Good afternoon. As you can probably see, the sewing journal, let me just get you down a bit more, is finished. So very pleased with that. Right, okay, I think you have got a good view there. Yeah, I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough really. So yeah, it's a big spine. Can't remember what it ended up, so I'm just looking for my ruler. Let's use that one. Approximately 2.5 inches. So she's a nice chunky journal. She sits beautifully. Let me stand up because I can actually see what I'm filming. She stands lovely. The tassel is detachable. It's just held on with silk ribbon. If you decide that you permanently want it on there, you might just want to put a little clip on there or something. I'll leave it up to the person who buys it, but I've gone a bit mad. There's beads and shiny bits and miniature cotton reels and yeah, bobbins I called those, didn't I? Honestly. So yeah, that's the tassel. The cover is a vintage piece of cloth. I can't remember for the life of me who sent me that, but thank you. You'll probably recognise the pattern there. A vintage tatting doily which wraps round to the back. Okay, it's all sewn in. It's quite a few layers. It's still squishy. Oh, this is a piece of the fabric that I was originally going to cover it all in, but I've showed you in a previous video. It just didn't look right at all. So yeah, I'll get this up close for you. So yeah, scissors, tape measure. Yeah, I have shown this before, so I'm not going to linger too much on the front. I put a hitch post closure in there because at the moment it's not gaiter mouthing, but you know, even if it does, I've got a super stretchy piece of elastic here which just comes around to the front and securely holds it. So should we have a little walk through and make sure? Oh, before I forget, there is a pack of extras which I've put in a CD case, some words and sayings and stuff, and that piece there which I was going to put on the front. Should have done really, but anyway, no, I didn't. So I'm just going to pop that in, and that can be placed in wherever whoever buys it wants to put it, or you know, use it for another journal if you're making one. I don't mind. I just thought it might as well go with the sewing stuff, as it is the same paper, the same Stamperia paper. Right, I'll pop that there. Don't let me forget it. I think you're going to be in screen. Yoink. Right, okay. So the cover is cardboard layered with card, and then it's got pelmet violin on the front with a little bit of wadding. So as I say, it's got a bit of a squish factor going on. On the front here is a library card. In there is the card. Journaling space on the back, of course. So I collaged this with some bits and pieces, and I thought, well, it's a waste. It's a waste if you just have a pocket, for me anyway. So I've made this little turny thing, and then you got a journaling spot underneath, and it flops right up, so you can write there and on here. And this is loose as well, so you can actually write under there as well if you want to. That's the fabric that I used to cover the spine. It's the first time I've ever done that floating hidden spine. I love it. I think that's going to be how my journals are from now on. So, first signature. The collaged envelope, we did this together. I was so pleased the way that came out. And, you know, that way that, yeah, it all just came together. So I was really chuffed with that. So, again, writing space there. That image has been chosen so it shows through, and I've left on as much of the instructions as I can. That's from a vintage sewing book. So I've put in a piece of vellum which I've put a pattern on, which I'm hoping you can see. I think I'm going to have to stand up and do this. Yeah, I think you can see that through there. So you've got a piece of vellum. I say if they're plain pages, I have put a little bit of inking on. Yeah, I'll just walk through. So journaling card, vintage stamp page, very old paper, it's very thin. I managed to get that pocket made, and then I had a piece of really old ledger paper which actually had the name. It was a list of names, and the one button I thought that's got to go on there. So yeah, that's a collage card. That just slips in there, no problem at all. I did back that in the end with another piece of paper, so go in, thank you. Made a belly band. I actually added more pages because it wasn't full enough for my liking. So made this belly band again out of the Stamperia paper. That's a piece of the collage washi that we did with Rachel. I found this in my stash. I have no idea. I must have made it. I think it was for the 30 or 50. No, there was a 30-day challenge. We made a tag every day, but this just fitted colour-wise perfectly. And actually, it's a. Oh no, I thought it was a tag in a tag. It's not. It's a double tag. So yeah, and that just shows up lovely there. So one half of the. Oh, there we are. So in the middle. So we made that together. I just decorated the front of that with that image of my button card, which is a vintage button card. Added some lace and trims and stuff like that. So we're at the centre now, and the same that side. Don't know if did I do that on screen? Can't remember. Anyway, that's a piece of the fabric that I was going to use for the cover. Go in. Thank you very much. So yeah, just stuck on a few little extra bits and bobs. That's just a piece of journaling card there. I put in some extra bits. I've clipped them in as floating bits and bobs. So yeah, so she's fully lined on the back. Stay. Stamp. Oh, hello. Oh, no. I'll try to separate it and it doesn't need it. I did a CD case which contains scraps of paper, so there's a little notebook in there. Take your time, Susan, take your time. It's covered back and front, so it could go in as a floating thing. It doesn't have to stay in there. But yeah, it fits in that pocket beautifully. Just a little button charm there. Pretty sure you can see this all right. It's a bit late in the day to be filming, but two journaling card and a tag in there. I've just put that on there to hold it. So that's another belly band with that beautiful, beautiful pink rosy fabric. I stitched that onto the card. So belts and braces, guys, belts and braces. That's just the other half of the vellum. And this again, I've kept as much as I could, you know, for it to fit in. There's another paper pad here. Actually, I didn't realise there was two in there. Anyway, shift it around. Whoever buys it, just shift it. And again, another plain journaling card. That's that tape measure from IKEA. Thank you, IKEA. That's the back of the signature. Right, so that's first signature. This one here, I did vintage that down quite well, that scrapbook paper. I liked it, and I found that advert and I thought that's going to go on there, so that's fine. This clip is holding this giant journaling card. I think that is thick enough that if you wanted to use it as a writing card, you know, if you're doing a, I don't know, if you're writing here, say, take those out, put that in, and I reckon that'll be great to journal against. It's huge. Well, so big that I just couldn't make a pocket big enough for it to go in. That's the fold out hidden journaling tuck spot thingy. Journaling card in there. I think a lot of this you've seen, so I'm just going to sort of keep going. Yep, journaling card in there. Oh, this is a new page. I love this advert, so I die cut this page. Obviously, punch the edges here, and it just shows up that advert really well, I thought, anyway. And the paper in the middle here is, I don't know if you can just see it, I've got like a plastic doily, and it's like a giant flower, and when I tea stain, I put that on there and it gives you that lovely, is it showing up? Yeah, lovely effect there. So here, double pocket here with that advert. I love that advert. It really is great. Bit of music paper. I put in a bit of that lovely honeycomb paper that I've just been absolutely drooling over from Aldi. Make a dachshund. I thought these were so colourful and so pretty. I've put those, well, in a couple of them in the middles. So there's 3 signatures, by the way. I don't know if I told you that. Sorry if I didn't. Tuck spot there from one of those solid button pieces. That's the other half of the paper, which, when it's laid that way, fits beautifully around the button there. Bit of serendipity there. So double journaling card envelope pocket here. Again, stitched on bits and bobs. Paper bag with a journaling card. And then you've got a journaling card in there. I couldn't remember if it was a tag, but that's that one. Bit of pattern paper there. That's the second signature. So third signature, made out of a vintage sewing pattern, as you can see, the original pattern. Massive tag in here. I won't pull them all out because it just gets a little bit involved. This one, this moves, and then you've got a hidden journaling spot and you can journal on the back of this, should you wish. I had to get that image in here. I love that, the stitches, it's really pretty, and life seems better when I'm sewing, doesn't it just? Again, another big journaling card in here. That was the Stamperia paper actually, so I think I've stitched every single one, so yeah, they're pretty nice. Lots of paper punching, which I enjoyed. This was already made. This was one of Rachel's pockets where we did it out of the envelopes, and I thought she fitted in perfectly there. So it's music paper in the back and then a big journaling card in the pocket. It's amazing how much I had actually when I went through my ephemera. There's quite a few pieces that I was able to use. That's just a simple page decoration. That's a piece of the fabric stuck on there. Again, just a little snippet. Oh, this is a booklet. I don't know if you watch Gail Agostinelli. She did one of these actually, and it's out of the sewing pattern paper. She made hers into something you'd put in a pocket, but I thought actually it's going to go in the journal as a page, I thought. So I'll show you the other half in a minute. So yeah, it's writing space on the back. Obviously a little snippet there. Stamp paper again. Lovely, really pretty middle. Again, one of those giant buttons. They're solid, those things. And a journaling card with a tuck spot there. And here's the other half of the sewing pattern. I don't know what you call it really, just as flip out really, but it's all sewing pattern. There's nothing in between, it's just layers and layers of sewing pattern. If you watch Gail's thing, you'll know exactly how to make it. Page, more pages, another tuck spot. This is more of a, again, I think this is a Rachel one. It's a fabric and paper combo. Yeah, just scrap paper, use it however you wish. It just tucks in there lovely. Again, another snippet there going on, bit of stitched card that I had just sort of hanging around really. Little tuck spot, tag, another snippet, and this is the back of the thing, and in here you have a proper writing board. We made this together, you saw me do this, but this one is solid. So yeah, makes a really good writing surface. And then I found the word writing and I thought brilliant. Yeah, and that's it really. That's obviously the back of the journal. I'm going to pop that in there now so I don't forget. Yeah, she's lovely. It feels lovely. It feels very, it's a weighty piece. There's a lot of paper in there. I did leave a lot of writing space, and obviously there is other space that you can, you know, if you want to stick something on the back cover there, just put it, you know, I've left plenty of room for you to customise it. It does fold fairly flat for writing in actually, with that hidden spine. You know, you can still manage that, so you know, no problem at all as far as I'm concerned anyway. I tried to put in as many interesting bits and bobs as I could. Yeah, as I say, she closes like that. She's lovely. I love it. I really do love it. I'm very, very proud and very pleased with it. And this took me ages to make, I can tell you. Anyway, so there we are. there she is, all done. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching all the, you know, all the stuff that goes into this. There is a lot of work in making these journals. I estimated it about 13, maybe 15 hours, because although I filmed a lot of it, there was a lot I did behind the scenes, obviously, as you probably sussed anyway. So yeah, it's they're hard work, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Yeah, I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.